Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everyone? It's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming, and we're keeping this LEGO Dimensions show rolling with some more fantastic beasts and where to find them. In fact, we got level 4, a trial with style story, and we're going to shoot for that rule breaker requirement, which by our math should be right around the 125,000 mark. But looking at our gold bricks on the right, we only get one, and that one is for completing the level. So, hey, look at this. We are right where we just got dumped off after the last video. We are right in the old Hubba Bubba. We've got another ghost stud trail to follow. This one doesn't take us very far, but it does take us down and around the corner where we have to use our sweet little magic flashlight and hop on our briefcase stand here. So yeah, let's check it out, see what's cracking.
Madam President, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is critical.
You better have an excellent excuse for this intrusion, Miss Goldstein.
Yesterday, a wizard entered New York with a case. This case full of magical creatures, and unfortunately, some have escaped.
Scamander?
You know this man?
Yes, wizarding families in Europe. What in the name of Merlin are you doing in New York?
I came to buy an apple as a pumpkin, sir. Were there witnesses to this attack?
You know which of your creatures was responsible, Mr. Scamander?
No creature did this. Don't pretend. You must know what that was. Look at the marks. It was an Obscurus.
You go too far, Mr. Scamander. There is no Obscurial in America. We register every birth, every wand. And Graves, destroy that case.
Don't hurt those creatures. Please, you don't understand. Nothing in there is dangerous. Nothing.
Arrest them.
Oh no! Hey, is it me or do a couple of those guys look like Indiana Jones fans? I don't know if there's just like a cosplay, like maybe there's a Comic-Con going on or something around the corner we're just unaware, or maybe they just really take a liking to the old Indiana attire. But regardless of the case, there appears to be 6 baddies that they throw at us of this trial with style, and it's up to us to go ahead and take them out. And after removing all of the first round, the bad dude jumps down. I don't even remember his name, but I do know some spoiler stuff. But Buddy comes down and tries to throw some fireballs at us, and we got to avoid those, as well as taking out a couple of his little minions. And then eventually we get the opportunity to return one of these fireballs back at him using Leviosa. So get ready for it. Wait for it. Oh, I had it and then I lost it. And then I got a little button happy there, and as you can see, I pulled out my old trouble bubble there, protection. And all right, I finally got it, and that's right. Pow! Right in the kissa. Throw it right back at him. He jumps back up on this high pedestal there, and he throws some more Indiana Jones fans out. So we'll go ahead and take these guys out, and yeah, look at that. We've got 11 of them we got to take out. Turns out they take a couple of zaps with the current spell we are using, so I tried to get up close and give them the old cha-cha-cha-cha, but that didn't really do much better, so... that's right, much better. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on and see, maybe, you know, I thought maybe old Kowalski could come in here and do some belly bounce or butt slams, but I was not able to select him. He doesn't appear to be available right now, so he must be still inside the briefcase. I'm not exactly sure. But we took out the second round of baddies, and now we've got to return fire. Now, it turns out not all of the fireballs are returnable. You can see some are sent with postage, do not return to sender. And in this one, oh, look at that. This one apparently did not have that message. So we're going to go ahead and fire it right back. And look at that. He goes back up onto his high pedestal, and we will get back to him here in a hot second. Hey, if you're looking for collectibles, we'll come back to those at a different time in another video. And yeah, there does happen to be some mini kit action, though. It looks like every corner of this little force field we're stuck in has a lamp in it, and if you take out the lamp, it'll give you 1 of 4. Take out all 4 corners, and you should get yourself a mini kit. Now, I didn't do it, so I'm not 100% sure that's what it is. It could be some studdage, but regardless, we'll come back and get that in our all mini kit videos. It'll come out at some point. We're way behind in a lot of this stuff, but the fact is that none of those mini kits are really relevant to anything. Like, you can find one mini kit and get the trophy for it, so if you're a trophy or achievement hunter, you certainly don't have to work very hard for those. Kind of like, unlike the original Lego games, which actually require quite a bit of work. So, hey, he's back out. We're going to go ahead and fire at him one more time, and look at this. Oh no, cutscene!
Case. There hasn't been an Obscurial recorded anywhere in 200 years. Take them to the cells.
It's an Obscurus. I'm telling you, it's an Obscurus!
I'm so sorry about your creatures, Mr. Scamander. I truly am.
I'm so sorry.
Can someone please tell me what this obscurious thing is, please?
Young wizards and witches sometimes try to suppress their magic to avoid persecution. So instead of learning to harness or to control their powers, they develop what was called an Obscurus.
It's an unstable, uncontrollable dark force that busts out and attacks, and then vanishes.
You too. Graves wants to see you.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Scamander. Just like your suitcase, I think there's much more to you than meets the eye.
Huh?
I wonder what you can tell me about this.
It's an Obscurus. But it's not what you think.
It can't survive outside of that. It could not hurt anyone, Tina.
So it's useless without the host.
Useless? That is a parasitical magical force. What on earth did you use it for?
Mr. Graves.
You brought this Obscurus into the city of New York in the hope of causing mass disruption, breaking the statute of secrecy and revealing the magical world.
You know that can't hurt anyone, you know that.
You are therefore guilty of a treasonous betrayal of your fellow wizards and are sentenced to death.
Don't do this, Bernadette. Please.
It don't hurt. You want me to take a message to your family?
Let her go!
Boy, what I would give to have one of those little lock pickers. Those guys are awesome. I mean, I guess it's probably good that those aren't widely available, as people would probably be using them for bad things, but you know, hey, I've been locked out of my car more than a couple of times, as well as my house. So they would have come in handy quite a few times. And look at that. Was that the Swooping Evil that came out and did some work for us? Look at that. He actually revealed a red panel on the wall, so we'll go ahead and use Defendo to go ahead and carve it out. So zap it and approach the circle and hit the icon indicator, and you should be able to carve out that line. Now, I have noticed that the Defendo in this is a little bit different. It's not quite as easy as the Lego Harry Potter Remastered collection was. Seemed like it worked just a little bit easier than the last one, but who knows? Maybe that's just user error. Now, all right, we got a pile of bricks on the ground that were revealed from the red brick removal, and there's also some red bricks that were left behind that we built up, and now we've got this weird object that we're going to go ahead and slam into the sludge out there, and oh, booyakashow, look at that. It has puked up the yellow Chroma pad puzzle piece. So we find that there's a red one sitting right there, so we've got red on us right there. And, oh, what's this? What is this? We got some bouncing bricks. Is this what we need? Close. It's an apparition point. We'll go ahead and hop on that, and we have a little spot of investigation over here, and I was kind of thinking that maybe Niffler was going to be able to do that, but I had no luck. So if there is something going on here and Niffler is capable of following the old scent trail, I failed miserably. But moving right along, we used the apparition point and came up top, and here we can see we've got the third and final Chroma pad puzzle piece. However, how in the heck do we get to that yellow one down below? So I'm going to go ahead and take another peek and see what we got going on here, but whoops, I got a little button happy there, and I really didn't want to go down. It turns out there's a little memory puzzle in the back, so connect the pieces, la la la. And I'm terrible at this. You get the quick look at it, right? You probably should have spent a little bit more time focusing on them when I walked up, but look at that. I eventually get them. Look at that. It's not too bad. In fact, I think I only mess up 1, once. Yep, I only mess up once. In fact, my streak is alive. I always mess up once on these, but throughout the rest of this series, I only mess up once. So I always mess up once, but I only mess up once. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm kind of bragging like it is, but all right, this gets a little confusing down here too. There are 2 different pedestal points, but we actually need 3 points of safety, I guess, or jumping points, if you will. And so we're going to go ahead and go back on down there. But, oh, wait, yeah, we got to destroy this up first. So go ahead and bust open the pipes on the left-hand side up top, which will reveal the old Chroma pad puzzle keystone terminal. Boy, that was kind of a mouthful. I was kind of questioning my my wording there. I wasn't sure I was even saying the right thing, but I do believe I said that correctly. And we'll go ahead and activate that now, and we can see that the puzzle solution is right there. We need blue on the left, and we got that. All right, so move your character around, and now we're going to need, next up, we got to go downstairs because the other 2 are down there. So we need red in the middle, so we'll move them to the middle, and of course, we'll go ahead and make red on it. And all right, next and last but not least, we got yellow, which is way out in this sludgy tar-like area. Now, all right, I got a little carried away here. So you want to move the far right one onto the middle post there. I tried to get crafty and jumped out onto the little post, but it turns out you need the actual platform. So I didn't need to move the far left one. I should have just left it there. But once we jump onto the middle one, you actually indeed do need to move it. So I was just a little ahead of my time, so to speak. And we'll go ahead and jump out there. And look at that. We got to plan our jump accordingly, but booyakashow. That's a good aim right there. Once you get it all secured, it'll go ahead. And that actually completes the puzzle for us. And look at that. It's going to take us right into this nice little cinematic moment where it opens the door for us. And we got a nice dark hallway. So normally I don't recommend heading into dark alleyways or hallways like this. Especially, yeah, well, we'll go ahead and check it out, though. Oh, look at that. It turns out it's just a little passageway into a new area, but there's some bad guys. So go ahead and get ready to fight off some more Indiana Jones wannabes here. And we got rid of all those guys. Oh, well, not quite anyways. Come on, Neffler, do some work. And he's not much help when it comes to taking out the bad guys. But we put in some pretty good work on our own. So, okay, we can see we got this wall here. We need to do something with that. And I can see we've got this handle we can hang on. So, go ahead and jump up and hang out for a bit and watch the old, look at that, the old chandelier drops down. We're going to go ahead and, uh-oh, we're going to come in like a wrecking ball. That's right. You know, Niffler should have hopped on there and been part of that destruction. That would have been pretty cool. He could have at least aided in our escape there. But instead, he's just kind of standing around doing nothing. All right, new area. We've got a little Leviosa action happening here. We lift up the globe, and it drops down a keystone terminal, which happens to be for the old scale. Look at that. We haven't seen a whole lot of that lately. And, oh, I should have focused more on the puzzle before I did. I guess, you probably don't get a whole lot of time. Maybe I'm wrong in that. All right, look at that. Ooh, 1 for 1 and 2 for 2. Wrong. Like I said, I always miss one, but I only miss one. So... oh, to the we'll go ahead and finish that puzzle up. And what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Oh, yeah, that's right. We get one of the squares, one of the cubes. And those cubes can go up top. We got to complete the old pathway up there. You can see the passageway has a little gap in it. And unfortunately, that's where we need to look at that. I'm not paying attention. I'm like, oh, maybe I can go up. But no, up is a mini kit. And it looks like we're going to need a Batarang specialist to go ahead and open up that little special area. So, hey, if you haven't got that trophy achievement for getting a mini kit in this specific story pack, there's another one. I've given you 2 so far. I actually guided you to the one with the 4 lamps in the corners, and now you got that one as well. So we had to get oh so big and then toss the cube up top. Once it's in place, you had to go back to oh so small. And once you're a tiny little guy, go ahead and hop through the old tunnelway and make your way to the switch. And then, of course, move your character to the middle section of your toy pad so you can get regular size and flip the switch. And look at that. It opens up the side of the passageway, allowing us to drop down. And also opens up a doorway, giving us access to another one of these locks. Oh, and I love this. This is probably the most creative way I've seen this toy pad used. I guess it's really no different than everything else. It's just like a master build, but you actually have to do it like 3 times in special order. It's kind of like a little mini puzzle, and I kind of like what they're doing. So just when you thought they've done everything with the toy pad and nothing could change or get any cooler, they bring this aspect in and make it shine. So, hey, we got all 3 of the locks almost picked here. Once we get all 3 of them done, we get a little celebratory sequence, and then it takes us into the final cutscene. And then, of course, we'll see you on the other side of that, where we check out the final totals and see how many gold bricks we get, which we already know. We already told you.
Don't do this, Bernadette. Please.
Let her go!
Lost the place? Can't stand shellfish.
A descendants commander engulfed to death for treason.
You want me to take a message to your family?
Hi. What brings you here?
Queenie! Where you going?
I'm sick, Mr. Abernathy.
And I'm probably feeding into things a little too much, but doesn't she in that outfit kind of resemble old Professor Umbridge? I don't know, pink. I mean, I guess other girls wear pink. I mean, I'm not trying to be weird about that, but you know what I'm saying. She kind of has a little resemblance, and I'm wondering if somehow that she ends up being Professor Umbridge. I doubt. Maybe you guys know already. There's probably more information than I have. But hey, we've completed a trial with style story. We got just over the halfway point for the old stud requirement for the rule breaker. That's right. I finally got it right. I've been true hero, true. No, it's rule breaker, Brian. And all right, we have finally got to the end. We pushed that continue button, and it took us to this final screen. And you know what this means? That's gonna wrap it up for Lego Dimensions Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. A trial with style, which happens to be level 4 story. And yeah, we're moving right along. We got 2 more of these lovely levels to go before we can move on to the next little pack that we got. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's gonna be rather eventful and rather awesome because everything is awesome. All right, hey, if you guys have any questions or comments or things like that, head on over to any of our social pages, which can be found down below in the video description. That's right, we got links for Facebook, Twitter, and more. And hey, if you like this video, or maybe you have found something I said funny, give us the old thumbs up or like button, click. And hey, if I annoyed you or did something that bothered you, perhaps click that thumbs down or dislike button, and then drop us a little comment and let us know. Or hey, you could always head over to our website at HappyThumbsGaming.com and use the contact form on our contact page to go ahead and give me a little lengthy story and keep it on the private side. So hey, as for me, that's gonna do it for right this minute. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get all these done today, so stay tuned, and as always, until next time, fantastic see yas and where to see ya.